Would you get a manicure? Like straight up manicure and pedicure?
Yeah. Why not? What's wrong with that?
I want some I want to go get a pedicure because I like the idea of it, but I know I'm gonna be like, you know,
You're
because
meticulous.
I'm real ticklish, bro.
Yeah.
So like if I want them to scratch off all the dead skin and make my toes look pretty, like OnlyFans pretty,
Yeah.
but I'm scared
Because
that I'm gonna be like,
I'm
like,
scared that like I'm always walking and like doing shit, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm scared that like I'll go there like all like with sweaty feet or something, and they're
they'll
like,
judge you even though
yeah.
you're there to get it clean.
yeah, and they're like, or like you know how the stereotypes like those chinitas, they're like cussing you out. They're like smiling shit, but in their language they're like este pinche güey no mames, like huele pinche feo.
Huele a sobaco el ca.
Yeah, dude.
You just like they just no, everything's okay.
Yeah.
You fucking throw up, dude.
They're like, I'm just gonna go to the restroom real quick. Oh, you get like fucking projectile vomiting too.
She comes back like nothing happened. She's like, so how was your day? I was about to say something like
What's up, you guys?
Welcome
Welcome to the CharroBeans podcast. I'm starting this because Sammy can't keep his shit together.
Oh shit, we're gonna go right into it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay, cool. So what did you say? Because now it's backwards, so I don't.
So how's your day going, Sam? Welcome
No,
to episode.
I'm
I'm just all over him.
I'm like, how you guys doing? That's how you say it.
Oh, Z-Way?
That's your thing. Yeah.
What episode are we on?
We're on episode 22.
This is episode 22, Veintidós. You know, thank you guys for coming again. We're very grateful that you guys are enjoying what we say and listening to us and hearing us. We're very grateful for you guys. Sam, how's your day going?
Well, I'm like, yeah, it's been pretty good.
Fuck you, bro. It's not that bad.
Nah, I'm just hoeing you. All right, so yeah, like Victor said, is episode 22. It feels weird. It's like
Yeah.
it's like backwards. I'm not sure what to say now. You know, no, but it's episode 22. Welcome back to Mariachi. What? CharroBeans
I'm like,
podcast.
Victor, please.
Yeah, dude. I think the house that we played at last week,
Which one?
Snoop Dogg's house.
Oh.
It's still hitting me. I guess it's still hitting me. No. Welcome back to episode 22.
I just said all that, bro.
Chingo.
Andas de recalentado.
Anyway, we're back.
Yeah.
Happy November. I don't know if you noticed. I made them orange because it's like fall time, kind of like
We're in
Thanksgiving.
that theme.
We're in Thanksgiving time. Hey, we didn't mention this last week, but we're kind of doing No Shave November.
Oh, yeah. I'm like,
Dude, it's crazy that you can grow that in 9 days.
and it's funny because you didn't believe me. Remember that Kansas gig? I was like, oh, I forgot my trimmer. And you're like, no pasa nada, you look good. And it was that morning.
Yeah.
And then when we got to the gig, I looked fucking homeless. Because it got dark. You know? So
you start getting the...
It didn't look good anymore. It was just like I looked homeless.
Yeah, you
know?
actually get like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Like you like it's 5 o'clock and you're like, oh shit, you know what's up? No, it's funny because when we were like, are you gonna do No Shave November? And I was like, no, mames, like, you think I'm gonna grow a full ass beard and shit? So I was like, I'm gonna start early. So I started a couple of days before, and you're already like, ya vas a ganar, güey.
Yeah, I'm behind you, dude. Can you feel me?
Yeah. It's like when you're running and you're like right there breathing down my neck. Yeah, like it's getting to that point. So
I just wish it grew how it's supposed
like
to.
evenly, like yeah, because
you can see the patches like right
Yeah.
now. But I'm not gonna show them up. I want to see how far they get. I
Yeah.
do trim it down here. Yeah, you can see like I trimmed it.
Yeah.
It's growing back though.
It's cause what Victor tends to do is since like you say you got a patch, right? Like you get patches. I do the same thing, but I don't shave them down because then I don't want to have that chin strap.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the chin strap. So
Me
like
too.
I would
That's
never.
why I don't
That's why I would wish that this thing grew like all
Yeah.
even and consistently. Like I've always had the little beard right here, but then I grew the mustache and I kind of liked it and I just kind of kept it. But my beard has never been all the way there. It's just like
it sucks.
I'm not trying to come up. What?
It's I mean, like I said, like not for you. I'm sorry.
like
like I said, if it's not gonna look good all the way, then I'm not gonna do it.
yeah,
you know?
I guess.
Especially because, like you said, like if I had a chin strap, I would look like a pedophile, dude. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but
no
anybody
offense
that
to
has a chin
pedophiles.
strap, no.
Or
to people with chin straps.
Oh, with the chin strap, yeah.
Because they look kind of sus sometimes, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say anything. But yeah.
Yeah, it's because the chin strap kind of has like a. It looks like you're wearing a helmet, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
especially when they shave the mustache.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that looks
it's
even worse.
It's literally a. I'm sorry to all those chin straps out there, but
It's just our opinion.
we're kind of coming down on people because the last time we also talked about the cut haircut.
Oh, but
like,
that deserves it, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have that haircut. You probably don't if you listen to the podcast.
I'm just like, grow up, please.
You're civilized people, but goddamn, man, that shit's something.
Well, anyway, we're doing no. I was gonna say the other one. Oh shit. No shave November.
I'm like, where you lost that one, bro? First day.
No. We're doing no shave November, and the reason I told Victor too is because he has. I don't know if I've said it on here. You look like Doctor Strange when it comes out fully.
You said that.
Okay, so I'm hoping we cast some spells at the end of this month.
Shut the fuck up. Well, it looks
like
like Doctor Strange isn't that. It looks like that like the first week or 2 weeks or like right now. That's what it looks like. But once it gets darker, it's not gonna look like that anymore.
Well,
because this is gonna grow like full out now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna look like that.
Ooh,
but better.
I like it. Yeah, mine's not that good. It's just whatever. I just don't want to look 14. You know what I mean? So like that's why I don't. That's why.
Well, like I said, I rather look clean and nice than patchy. I don't.
I'm like, thanks, bro.
You're gonna be like, why you out here like that? You know, they call you Patch. You know, he's in the video.
Yeah, they call him Patch. You weird as shit, Patch. That's you right there. We call you Patch. Well, me, Patch. We're both Patch. Yeah. We're both fucking Patch. Anyway, these intros, man, they're getting out of hand.
Sorry.
I forget that this is a mariachi podcast.
Right.
Anyway, mariachi. We do that on the weekends.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. So yeah, I think we had a good weekend this weekend. Obviously we come here, we talk about our gigs. So what was the first thing?
Well, we're getting ready for La Batalla del 12, bro.
La Batalla del 12. For those who don't know, that is Tiempo de la Virgen. It's coming up December 12th. Be there, be square.
Well, it's like we talked last week. It's like it's not her birthday. It's el día de la aparición.
Yeah, de la aparición. Yeah.
So we're getting ready for that.
We're getting ready for that.
Apparently, it's gonna get, not bad, but he said how it would be like the first time that I played La Virgen with them.
What was your experience like the very first time?
It was bad. Well, it wasn't bad, but it was heavy.
It was heavy?
Yeah.
Especially as someone like you, we're starting out.
I remember that was the first month I was playing with them, like
the planta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was what was funny about that was that we only had 1 hour to sleep, and you know where we stayed to sleep? Because we sleep in the van.
Yeah, we sleep in the van.
It was outside the church where we had that gig on.
Yeah, like in the parking lot of the church, right?
Yeah, but it was a church that we did on Friday.
In Granbury?
No.
Oh, in Denton. In Denton. Okay.
Yeah, I remember sleeping there.
Okay.
And then I didn't bring a jacket. It was like cold as fuck.
Yeah, it's probably like
so
30,
Arturo gave me that his jacket. It was the one where the profile picture that you have.
Oh, he used to have that. Yeah, he had a Vin Diesel jacket. Yeah. That's what we would call him because if anybody was ever watched Triple X is with with Vin Diesel, and he's like a secret agent. Todo el pedo.
Yeah.
Well, when he shows up, he's got this big old like not leather, but like it looks like a fur.
Yeah.
It's a big old brown and like fur jacket. And Arturo used to have one of those. Yeah. So when he'd come out, I'd be like, "Oh, that's the Vin Diesel one."
Yeah.
So he let you borrow the Vin Diesel? Oh, okay, cool.
I was like, "Thank you, sir. You saved my life."
I owe you my life.
And then I remember it was on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I remember playing all Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took me to school on Thursday.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
And then I got out of school, and then they picked me up. They picked me up to keep playing.
From school?
Yeah.
They showed up in the van?
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, not in the van. This other guy.
Oh, okay.
Picked me up, and yeah, dude. Actually, I'm wrong. It was on a Thursday. It was a Thursday. We slept. We played all night, and then
went into Friday.
Yeah, and then Arturo took me home, took me to school, and then they picked me up, and we did the planta. We did burros.
Oh shit! So there was no break.
It was packed.
There was no break. Yeah. Well, this year is supposed to be on Thursday, or no, on Friday to Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready for that because.
But apparently we're already like booked. Like
Yeah, we're pretty much booked. It's because I mean the music that we had a practice on Thursday to go over the music because like really every year we play the same stuff. It's just
every once in a while there's something new.
yeah, every once in a while he comes out with new ones. He's like, oh, vamos a tocar esta or whatever, right? But at the same time, like usually what we do play is like just old music that we've already played before. So really we just have to review it.
Yeah.
Because like once you start playing, I mean I'm like that in general. So like we'll start a song, and I'm like, what fucking song is this? And once I hear the intro a little bit, I'm like, oh, it all comes back to you,
Yeah.
So really we're just reviewing them for when he calls it out like that day, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? I haven't played that in a year, know. So really it's just like a review. So that's all we did on Thursday, and it was chill, Saul brought pizza, so that was cool.
Oh yeah.
We ate pizza.
He's trying to get a raise.
Right? He's like, hey, you guys want pizza? And we're all like, yeah. All of us were like, well, yeah, sure. I mean, we're not going to turn down pizza. And then you were all like, so we're working hard for that raise, bro. Dude. Our boss is like, I'll allow it.
He's like, you get a 25-cent raise. No benefits.
No benefits, zero health care.
Yeah.
No dentist.
Like,
some of us missing teeth.
Hey.
Got him.
It's because my teeth are stacked, so I had to take some.
Yeah, you had to take some out. That's pretty wild. Anyway,
anyways, back to Mariachi.
So Thursday was cool. We just had that little practice. That was it. But then we had Friday. Man, Friday, bro. So I got this new job, right? So okay, I guess I can say this now because at my old job, I was always scared to say certain things on here. Because I was like, what if my boss one day comes across as like, you weren't at work or something like that? You know what I mean? So, right? They're listening now like, that motherfucker.
Yeah. They bamboozled us.
They bamboozled us. No, what happened was so we had a gig, right? It was at 5 o'clock, right? So usually like back then in my old job, they would, I would get out at 5. Like that's when I clock out, right? So like he would Arturo would be like, hey, so we have a gig, salió una tocada. Usually like hopefully I'm like hoping it's like at 6 or 7, so that way I can get out of work. Usually I take my traje with me, so I'll change before or at the place, right?
Okay.
So I'll drive to the gig or whatever. But now that this new job, I get out a little bit earlier. I get out like at 3:40. You know what I mean? So I get out at 3:40. He says that this gig is at 5. So I'm like, oh, okay, but it's in Denton. So for those who don't know, Fort Worth and Denton are about 30 to 40 minutes away. So like I'm counting on like 40, just depending on like if there's traffic or anything, or just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, look, I'm gonna leave early. I had already had my traje. I could have come home and changed and then gone towards Denton, but I was like, no, just to be safe, I'm gonna bring it with me to my job, and then once I clock out, if I'm leaving at 3:40, bro, I got
more than enough time.
More than enough time. So I take off and I go towards Denton. Dude, it's like this new thing every time we go to Denton. Like there's always something, right? Yeah. So I remember I sent y'all a picture because the toll was busy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if I would have taken the toll, it was like back the fuck up, right? So and then the same thing with 35, it was back the fuck up. What it ended up being was just like they're doing hella construction on 35, like fucking always and shit.
Yeah.
And they had a big ass truck with like materials, so they had turned a 2-lane into a 1-lane. So everybody was funneling there. No, dude, me atrasó, dude, like big time, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm gonna do my best to get there like on time. I let my boss know. What ended up being was this particular gig was at 5, but it was what was it? It was a
funeral. It was like a serenade funeral.
It was a serenade because we only played like 7 songs or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? But I guess I think you had mentioned this. I think it was at a church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they had just had a ceremony for the person. Yeah. And we were supposed to play outside while, they were all there with the casket. Mm-hmm. They were going to load them up and, take them to the cemetery. Man, dude, I felt bad. So like on my way to Denton, like I think I was pulling into the church like at 4:57. Keep in mind, I left early as fuck. Yeah. I was expecting to get there with 20 minutes to spare. So like I wasn't even dressed. I was still like in normal clothes. And I was just like, I was just like, I'm gonna try to hurry because at this point I haven't heard anything from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I pulled up into the parking lot. I didn't see you guys, but I was like, I'm gonna change real quick, and then I'm gonna go to where you guys are at. But then, what did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do?
No, isn't that when I called you?
Yeah, this is when you called me.
Yeah,
I wanted it for you to say your point of view.
Okay. So we get to the gig, right? And when we got there, they were already outside.
So okay, well, first of all, you guys, who was in the van? It was our boss Arturo, you, Chuy,
and then
Don Miguel. So you guys basically had the whole group except for one person with Boyo.
Yeah, Boyo.
So he wasn't there. So you guys were all together because you guys met up at 4 somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you guys all showed up at one time, and the reason I didn't was I can't meet up at 4. I get out at 3:40. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys were like, okay. I was like, well, I'll meet you guys at the church, but most of you guys were already together. Okay, so at this point, I'm already at the parking lot of the church, and then.
So we get there and I see like the whole bunch of people there outside in front of the church,
Yeah.
And as we're walking, I'm like, I think we should start right now. Because when I looked at my watch, it was 4:55.
Okay.
And you weren't there yet, so that's when I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call him because I think maybe he's on the other side. Because when we go to that church, we usually park on the other side.
Yeah, it's because that's that spot in specific, like that church, we played loads of times, right? So most of the time when we get there, we go like through the back to go inside to the church. But you guys were in the other side of the church.
Yeah.
So
and you were not far.
I wasn't far
from us,
Yeah.
But I was just making sure you were in the right place, so I called you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, like, where you at? And you're like, well, I'm here. Like, I'm taking my pants off. Like, you were changing.
I'm like, whoa, what's up?
Yeah. I'm like, all right. It's like
Pixar didn't happen.
FaceTime. And yeah, dude, and what was funny was that I'm calling you and I'm talking like, dude, like correle, I was telling you to hurry.
Yeah, right? And like while you were telling me to hurry, like I literally had you on speaker, right? So I just had my phone there, and I was like almost buck naked. Well, not buck naked. Like I had my boxer briefs on. I wasn't getting X-rated. I was just taking everything off, dude. Like I was like shirtless. I was like trying to change in my truck, right? So then. So
what was funny to me was that I don't know, it's kind of dark. Like, I'm on the phone, right? And when you see or when you make eye contact with people, you usually smile, right? So I'm like, to be nice. I'm like looking around and I see like the crowd, and I'm like, hola, ¿cómo están? And I'm like, oh shit, funeral. Like
you got real serious real quick, like shit.
Yeah, that's what made me feel kind of like shit.
All right. Yeah.
All right, my bad, And I called you. I'm like, hurry up, dude. Can saque.
I remember you specifically saying like, es que ya creo que vamos a empezar.
Yeah.
So like that made me like, oh fuck. Like I was going fast as fuck, dude. Keep in mind too, like my hair wasn't done. I mean, my hair's never done right now. Like it's just kind of whatever. But like I looked like a crazy person, dude. Like, because I stepped out and it was windy too.
Yeah.
So like my hair doesn't. Right now I'm kind of going with this thing where it's just like down, and I'm not putting a lot of product in it. I'm just kind of letting it like flow, right?
Okay.
But it doesn't work in windy conditions.
Right.
So like I stepped out of the truck. Well, I think you had hung up on me already. Like, hey, wait, because I think.
Well, I can't say anything else. I was like, hurry, and then I hung up.
And then hung up. So like when you hung up, like I stepped out of my truck, but I was still like putting my pants in, and I was tucking in my shirt.
Yeah.
I was like doing this to my hair just to make it look like decent, or try to make it look decent. So like if anybody like actually saw me, they're just like, damn, that guy's stressed out. Like something wrong. Hey, I hope he's okay.
He's
like,
going through some shit, bro.
Yeah. So I was just like going fast as fuck. So like, what happened after you hung up on me?
We were just chilling there. Like Arturo was like on that, and I'm like, well, he's changing, you know. And then he's like, oh yeah. And then we were just kind of like hanging out. We were just standing there.
Yeah, it's because it looked awkward because
it was very awkward.
Because there was a crowd. The crowd was at least like 40, 50 people.
Yeah. Yeah,
and they were all wearing like, when someone passes away, sometimes they make like a shirt like with like the person. So they were all standing there. The casket's right there, and then like you guys were in front of the casket, all set up, ready to go.
And like my vision is not great.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of seeing blurs, but I could tell like they were not like they were just looking at me so hard. Some people. And they were like crying and stuff. Like, I can't do anything right now.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, obviously, like if there was a guitar there, like a guitar player, you guys could have started
like,
without me.
We had no rhythm section.
They had you. right?
But on bass.
Exactly.
They have a rhythm
exactly. So like you guys needed me there. So like you guys could have started if there was a guitar player or something. But if I were to walk in later, with the guitar player there, then it's fine. It's whatever. I'm just late, right? But they said but I was the only rhythm. I was the only vihuela. So like you guys literally couldn't do anything without me. So I remember like after you hung up, like I was already stressed, right? Because I was like, because at this point it's like 5, like right. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. When they said 5, they meant fucking 5. Yeah. I was like, what? but it was 5:00, and I'm like, shit. So then like I get dressed up as decent as possible, and then I pull up and I see you guys all standing there. I was like in my truck, right, and I see you guys, and I was like, fuck, like this is a bad situation. Yeah. So like I pulled up and like there was no parking. Like I was kind of panicking too. Oh yeah. I was kind of panicking, so I didn't even know what the fuck to do. So I was like, fuck, like where do I considered just parking like on the side on the fire lane. Yeah. I was just like, fuck it, I'll just leave my hazards on. Cause I mean it's just a serenade, I'll be there for a little while. But I ended up, I was like, nah, fuck that. So I busted a bitch, and then I came back and I parked in the handicap. Yeah. Dude. And I am sorry to all the handicap people. There was more than enough. I'll say that. Yeah. There was more than enough parking. But like, it's because I was just like, dude, like they were literally all waiting for me. And this is when I realized it all, right? Yeah. So like I parked and I backed up and I fucking came out with my vihuela. And like when you're walking, but you're like speed walking, like you don't want to make it look like you're jogging. Or, like you don't want to make it look like obvious that you're like fucking like late as fuck. Yeah. So I was like walking with authority. I was just like, just walking hard. At the same time, like tuning. So like when I get there, like everybody's staring at me, bro. It's not a good situation. And they're already like sad. So I'm like, fuck, like they're all waiting on me. Like literally all of this. So like as soon as we got there, I forgot what we Te Vas Angel Mío. So Te Vas Angel Mío was the first one we played. So like as soon as I got there, he was like, Arturo was like, Te Vas Angel Mío. So I was like, cool, bet. So they start right away, and I was just like, like I'm literally breathing hard as fuck, dude. Like I'm like, shit, man. Like, I mean, it's a bad feeling because, like, dude, I literally like I tried to do the responsible thing. I left early. I knew I had more than enough time, but fucking 35 just fucked me over, dude. I-35 for those who don't know the freeway. Oh man.
I mean, everybody in Texas knows that freeway.
Well, I meant like people out in Cali. Sad. We got some listeners in Cali and Arizona, New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got some people out there.
I'm just saying Texas.
Yeah, in Texas in general, we got 35, and man, like
the thing goes straight.
It's such a shitty feeling, dude, because you're like, fuck, like not only am I late, but I'm also like the root of why we're not starting early or like on time. Also, like they're already like feeling a type of way because this person passed away, so I'm like, damn, I feel like shit. And then at the end, like, they pay me. I'm like, fuck. Like, I kind of feel bad taking your money, too. I mean, I'll take it, but right. But I feel bad, It's just a bad situation, bro. So I remember, like, just being, like, feeling like shit. We ended up playing. It was fine. And then they did the balloon thing where they let go of the balloons.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that it's not.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Illegal. Well, I'm going to look that
up. So they did the balloon thing. And rest in peace to that the gentleman.
I don't know. Apparently I don't have my facts straight because Arturo told me that the Snoop Dogg gig from last week. It was a guy. It wasn't a lady.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you can't see. You said it already. You really can't see.
Oh, just crop this out then.
Oh,
right. I'm still right.
No, like you can't see. You need glasses.
Yeah,
that's your fault.
And I mean, I don't wear glasses. Just like in gigs, I wear glasses when I'm driving. Or anything. Just so y'all know, because I really am blind. Like,
yeah, you are fucking blind as fuck.
But I feel like I have enough distractions, especially with you, because you're always fucking with me. So I'm like, if I see something and I'm like focus on something, and I'm like kind of like, what's that? Or like like it brings like a thought to you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to be like, dos. And then like, cambia. I'm like, oh, shit, cambia. And then it's too late for that,
It's just funny that now that I know that you can't see, because I'm like, dude, no miras? And you're like, no. And I'm like, oh, right. No.
What was that last time you were like, dude, the bride looks sad? I'm like, all I see is a white blur, dude. Like, she looks good to me,
Oh, man. What happened after? Oh, and then we just we had that gig, that wedding, yeah.
We had 2 hours or 2 gigs on the Friday.
Yeah, so after that funeral, we went to play at this big old salon. It looked like a barn. It was kind of cool.
I think that's what it was.
Well, we walked in though, there was a bunch of like, they looked like güeros to me, bro. Like I was like, I was like, damn, we're really playing for the red part of Texas, bro.
Oh yeah.
The ones that voted red. I was like, shit. So like, already I was like, damn, like this is gonna be like a hard gig because either they don't care or they want us for background music. Because I mean, that happens, right? I mean, it's a given. But no, they were actually asking for stuff. It was fun. We were on the clock sometimes because they had to do like presentations and shit. I mean, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. You guys go chill. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw this. Freaking, I think one of our violinists left their violin, and there was like a
and the little girl.
Yeah, so there was like a table for like stuff for kids.
Yeah,
and that happened to be the table he left it on. I look over and there's like a little girl just like messing with the violin. Just like,
yeah, dude.
And I'm like, ah.
And like no one did anything.
Yeah, dude, because I was far away. I was like over there with you by the speakers.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, no mames. And then I look over there and I was like, this little girl's like fucking playing and shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, hey.
She was going ham.
Yeah, dude. And then like someone finally stopped her. I was like,
nobody stopped. Well, because it was his violin.
Yeah, he went to go stop her.
Yeah.
He was like, hey. He's like,
right.
Get out of here.
He gets it like all careless, like thank you, and then he goes to like someone's like hold this, thank you.
I'm like, we don't condone violence here.
Oh yeah, it's just for the. What type of humor is that? Satire?
Satire?
Is it dark humor?
You think I know big words?
Point is, it would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
What you think about it, not in real life. Obviously,
right.
It's real life. Anyways.
Oh, and they had like a gender reveal too. They
oh yeah, she was pregnant.
She ended up being pregnant, and they cut the cake, and it was pink, and I was like, oh, that's cute as fuck.
For real? Oh, I couldn't see.
Obviously.
Yeah. Everybody cheered. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So like so we've been having these gigs before the planta lately. So like it was a long day because I mean we started at 5, we had that serenade, and then we had that hour and a half gig, and then from there we had to drive all the way to the Grapevine, which is where our planta is at Burritos Locos. We show up, we start playing.
We showed up so late.
Yeah, like we showed up late.
I remember I was texting my boss, like on Tuesday. And then he's like, "Hey, by the way, there's gigs before the planta."
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent me like the 5 to 5:30, and then I think it said 6:30 to 8.
To 8.
And I'm like, the planta's at 8.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm like, I don't know if you know, but we're supposed to be in 2 places at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, wait, no pasa nada.
Yeah, just like,
so like he ends up telling like he has dude, we have a bunch of friends, or he has a bunch of friends on Facebook. He has like thousands of friends from Mariachi Yende. I was like, damn, who you know here, bro?
Like his videos, everything he posts gets like views or like a lot of shares.
No, I'm like,
and
then it's always like when we're fucking up. So I'm like, bro, why you post those?
It's always the worst pictures. Like I know I am like ugly, but I'm not that ugly.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Like the one, I don't know if you guys follow us on Instagram. Follow us on CharroBeans podcast. But there was one that I posted where like some lady was like, she always comes and she always wants to take a picture with the mariachi. And she posted one where she looked good, but we're all like fucking like, like all fucking dumb as fuck.
I'm like mid blink, dude. I'm like,
yeah, and like you were like, and then you commented, you're like, "Where's my chin, bro?" Because I was like, "Yeah, it's true, dude." Like I was over here looking like a creep, dude. I was like, I looked all fucking weird. I was like, "No, mom is like, I get it. Obviously, you want to post a pic where you look fire, right? But like, come on, throw us a fucking bone. Like, ya estamos feos, like,
or at least like blur us out, you know?
Right? Crop, like just straight up crop. Like that's cool too. It's whatever. But yeah, like so anyway, yeah, he does have a bunch of like followers on the Facebook. I was like, shit. So everything he does post. So he usually gives like a shout out to people. Look, we're still gonna be at the restaurant because the people usually show up like right on time, or not right on time, a little bit late. Like we're supposed to start at 8, but sometimes like if it's a little bit empty, people start showing up like 8:20, 8:30.
Yeah.
But like they already know like when we start, like más o menos. But when we get there at we were supposed to get there at 8, but we didn't this time. We ended up starting like almost at 9 and shit. We started at the planta, but I mean it was good.
It was packed. What?
Packed
right?
again. Yeah. You guys should come out. It's fun. You're like, don't do it. Nah, but it was fun. Pretty normal planta. I guess we should just skip it. I mean, we didn't do much.
It was talon heavy.
Yeah, we
the
just
past 2 weeks have been very talon
it's
heavy.
just like people do not want to let us go home.
Well, people have money. Like,
yeah.
donde trabajan, invitan. I'm like,
speaking of
please.
money, the gig we did on Saturday, man. Oklahoma.
We went to Oklahoma, dude.
So like, I guess to kind of give an introduction, so we went back to Oklahoma. I think we said it in one of these podcasts. We're like, we've been going to Oklahoma pretty consistently. Well, guess what? We went to Oklahoma again.
And that's where the bank is.
Yeah, I guess everybody up there just got money, or I don't know, because obviously they have to pay. They have to pay a little bit more, like, to get us out there. Cause
Yeah,
we're a Texas group.
Yeah, and we're going out of state.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like 2 hours away.
Okay, no, OKC is almost 3 hours.
Oh,
It's almost 3 hours away. And then in general, it takes us 3 hours because we usually like have a stop or two,
right.
like at a gas station for gas, or we already have like the gas station we go to, like to go pee and stuff.
And then we have like 3 people with the smallest bladders.
Bladders ever. So as soon as like we park, they're like,
yeah, dude.
Fierro. Yeah, but we went to OKC again.
Yeah.
The drive there didn't feel that bad to me because I've been like studying some stuff, so like I kind of spent my whole time doing that. Most of y'all fell asleep.
Yeah.
Like, they're just sleep
I
on the way
had nothing
there.
else to do. I was like,
Yeah, I mean it gets boring too. Like just being in a van for 3 hours, like it does get you. So eventually, like you just start falling asleep. This is what happens. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
But like if you're co-pilot, I think we said this on here. Like when you're co-pilot, I was co-pilot this week.
Yeah.
So like obviously I like to stay awake, or like a co-pilot should stay awake to keep the driver
Yeah.
awake and stuff.
I'm usually co-pilot, but
You were like, not today.
well, it's because I was on harp on this.
Oh
day.
yeah, that's
why.
So, well, first of all, we were like, well, we had someone come out and help us out. His name,
Right. Our good friend. Dylan.
Can I say his name?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, you already said it, right? We had our good friend Dylan come out and play bass for us. So we kind of what? It's not promotion. It's We demoted you to harp.
Why?
Like it's just a demote because like you lost your post. It's like if I go to guitar, I got demoted.
That's not a demotion though.
Okay, then we transferred.
Because we all had different jobs.
So we transferred you.
Yeah, it was a transfer.
So we transfer you.
Oh, I guess it is a demotion.
Because
I have less power.
Well, I just meant like in general, you losing your spot. Like you're you know what I mean? Like if I was like vice president.
I mean, I was just vibing, dude. Like,
Yeah,
when I'm
you
on
were,
harp, like I have no worries. Like you're the one that keeps the tempo. You're the one that keeps the rhythm. You know, I'm just
chilling.
here. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Well, so like first of all, so we had Dylan come out. I hadn't seen Dylan in a while. So Dylan still goes to high school. Shout out to him. He's young. How old is he? He's got to be like 15, 16?
He's 17.
Okay, 17. Yeah. He's 17. He's a junior, I think. He came out and he played with us. And the last time I think I told you I saw him, he was like in 8th or 9th grade. Like he was a kid, dude.
Well, when I met him, he was in middle school.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's 8th grade.
Oh, I thought you said 9th grade.
Well, 8th or 9th grade. I don't remember exactly. But I saw him in middle school. Keep in mind, this dude was shorter than me, right?
Yeah.
He was very short, you know, and like, I don't know what kind of milk he be drinking at home, but
it's the cafeteria milk.
He's taller than you now.
What is him height?
No, he's taller than you.
Yeah.
Like he was as tall as Boyle, and Boyle's the tallest.
Yeah.
And I was
right.
So when I looked at him, I was like, "Hola, Dylan."
Plus he has the hair. It's like
he's got like that swoosh in his hair,
Yeah.
you know, so it's a little bit higher. So it's kind of cheating. I mean,
right. I mean, nah, he's still.
Yeah, he's still pretty tall.
Still like.
So anyway, it was just cool to see because I was like, damn, like I haven't seen him in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a couple of times to his house, like to pick up instruments, and he's let me borrow some, so that's cool. But I haven't seen him play since he was a kid, like in 8th grade. So when he was playing, I had him like I was teaching like a little workshop for the kids, and he was good at that age. I was like, he was solid.
Since the beginning, like
he was,
Ganas.
he was solid as an 8th grader or whatever grade he was. But I was like, damn, like chingon, you know, that he can play at that level, you know.
And so young too.
Especially like, because I mean, me as a kid, like I didn't know a lot of stuff, and now obviously I know a little bit more. But like the stuff that I'm like,
Anyways.
But like the stuff that I learned when I was a kid, or like that they're learning as kids, like I was learning like way later down the line.
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing. Like you see them, like they're like better than you at a younger age.
Yeah,
so it's cool that they're getting interested at that age.
Yeah,
so that
it's like it's like you said, like it's they're the next generation. They really are. So like obviously like a kid that, or like any person, violinist, trumpet, whatever, they come up and they really like the music, like they'll dive into that shit. You know what I mean? So like I don't know exactly like how he got. Obviously I know how he got good. You know, just practicing and liking his instrument, right? But I'm saying like in general, like it's cool that he would go down that path. You know, especially like like with his teachers and stuff like that, some of them might not teach you everything. So a lot of the stuff you learn on your own.
Yeah.
So like when I saw him, he came this weekend, right? He came to help us out. You went to harp, and that's the reason you were in the back. You didn't go co-pilot because like that was the first thing we had to figure out.
Yeah, because I was like, the harp kind of went on the side of the van, like on the side of the seats.
Yeah,
right?
because we already have the whole back full of all the bocinas, all the sound stuff.
Yeah.
Like the soundboard and everything, and then we have like we have guitars, we have guitarrón, we have violins back there, you know. So like, there's not that much room.
Yeah, yeah. So I was, so what the plan was, I'll just put it on the side and I'll be next to it. So
Yeah.
I'll be taking care of it because I don't want to be in the front or something, and then something happens to it, and I'm like, who did this? Or,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I don't want
Yeah.
I don't want anything to look suspicious. I'm like, if it breaks, I'm right there, and
Yeah.
like whatever happens.
Plus, because it's in a soft case too, like it's not like in a hard case. Or even then, it's like a cobija, really.
Yeah.
Like it's not thick or anything, right? So I even told you, I was like, bro, just fucking strap it to the top of the van and
I'm like,
that pedo way, right?
You're funny, bro.
Anyway, he was sitting in the back, right? And Dylan came out. We went to Oklahoma because we had a 3-hour gig. So keep in mind, like us going out there, like costs money, like for the person, because they have to bring us from Texas. They have to, I'm pretty sure our boss like factors in like gas and travel and all that, obviously. So this guy wanted us for 3 hours. When we walked in, like I thought usually when we've been going to Oklahoma, we've been going to like a salon or something.
Yeah,
right?
especially because it's Oklahoma City. You know?
Yeah, it's OKC. So like when I was already expecting like, okay, this is a wedding or this is a party, and it's gonna be a salon. We're gonna set up all the mics, you know, and todo el desmadre, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we show up and it's at a house, and I was like, oh fuck. I was already kind of dreading it, cause like if it's at a house, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna fucking play out here, and it's gonna be like a little bit of people. And I called it because as soon as we walked in, there was like maybe like 20 people there.
Yeah.
So and if for anybody who doesn't know, like when we're in person, like it's not the same type of vibe sometimes. Like obviously, like the people could be into it. We've talked about it on here though.
Yeah.
But when there's a little bit of people, sometimes like they're kind of into it, kind of not. They could not give a fuck and just not like clap at all.
Yeah.
So like there's that situation that I was already dreading because like we walked in. He brought us inside, and it was literally like 20 people inside like their house, and I was like, man, this is gonna be for 3 hours, like to play like this. I'm like, I don't know, but we walked in with it was my Anita's. It was like a birthday, right? Oh, it was like
4 birthdays.
Yeah, it was like 4 birthdays there, so we started playing my Anita's and stuff. And I told you it sounded cool because like it was a different vibe. Because obviously, I think you've played a couple times with us on harp, but never like this, where like the last time we went, we had the guitar player play vihuela.
Oh, and you were on bass.
I was on guitarrón and you played harp.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I'm more solid on vihuela, right? So like we haven't had someone where someone's like really solid on guitarrón, and
no,
then
I
like
mean,
me,
you're solid. It's just that I'm not used to your playing. Like I wasn't.
no me arriesgo.
Like when I heard Dylan play, I was like, all right, he's this type of player. So I could guess what he's gonna play. For the most part, because Dylan does have like a lot of new.
Dylan has a lot of ideas, man.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah.
like,
so for most of them, I was like, all right, he's gonna do this, and then it would happen. But sometimes, like I said, like, he would do something very different. I'm like, okay.
Especially because y'all are playing this. They should be playing the same bass lines, right? But yeah, I mean, Dylan goes hard. I mean, keep in mind the last time I saw him play was as a kid. Yeah. Right, so he was solid in what he was doing, but he was like, he does play like a lot more stuff. Like he'll le echa adorno, you know. He plays a lot. I mean, the only person I could compare that to is a guy here locally, and his name is Taco. Yeah, but that's not his name. That's his nickname, right? Isn't it Paco? Paco Taco?
Francisco.
They call him Taco.
Yeah,
like taco for you guys. But yeah, they call him Taco, and literally he plays like whole melody lines on the bass the whole time. Like, it doesn't matter what, like, if it's a ranchera, son, jaropo, whatever, like, he's just, like, it literally looks like a Sergio Caratachea arrangement, because it's just, like, you know, like, for a guitarrón.
I can see that.
So he's always doing stuff. So that's what Dylan was doing. So, like, me, like, starting out, we were just, like, starting out, and he's, like, starts playing all this shit, and I was like, double take, I was like, yo, like, I haven't heard you play since you were a kid. Like, shit, like, I wasn't used to that at all.
No, he's really good, dude. Like, Ganas. And but for the most part, like, I could feel like his type of adornos, you know.
Yeah.
But with you, it was different because I've never really played bass with you, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm simple, bro.
And then I remember, no, it wasn't simple.
No, me. I'm simple.
but it's not as simple. Like you're
I'm
not
very
like
simple.
fa do solo solo.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
You put like
obviously.
scales in, but I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't able to see, like feel what you're gonna play. You know, so that's
Yeah.
why. And one of them was sometimes because you don't know too. Cause
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
I had the recording. One of the songs were Aight, Jalisco.
Oh yeah.
Jalisco no Tarrajes.
I'll put it like this. Like I don't know the bass lines like
Yeah.
for the music and shit. I just literally know like I know the bass notes. I know
Yeah.
what goes in on that chord. I'm really just like, oh yeah, what would I play on vihuela? This is what I'm gonna play on guitarrón. That's what I do.
Right.
Right.
So that has some songs have an important scale to play, you know, like a
Yeah.
certain bass line or rhythm.
And
So
I'm like, so when I don't do it, I'm just like,
I'm just looking back,
whoopsie.
like I have the video, dude. I'm just like dude.
I'm like, ¿qué güey? No me la sé, güey.
I'm like, what are we doing? You know, like that's my face. Like, what are we doing? And then it's just like, and then the second time you played it different too. So I'm like, what are we doing? You know,
I'm like, look, do I look like I got a plan? Like I don't got a plan. I'm just out here doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was. It's because I told you, like with the harp, it gives a different vibe, like automatically, like yeah.
Because it's double bass now.
Yeah, double bass, and then there's the declasandos. You know, you're doing your own adornos, so it just gives it a different vibe, which I like. I like that shit.
I like Don Mike's little joke thing.
What do you say?
Because I remember they asked for a song, and I'm like, oh, I'll do it. You know?
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, all right, and then he pretends to put his trumpet like in his pocket.
Oh yeah, that's his joke, right?
Yeah.
Like since they're not gonna play, they're just like, all right, and they start putting like their violin or their trumpet in their pocket. ¿Sabes qué? You got it.
Descansa, you know what I'm doing.
No, descanso, no. Tú dale. So you were playing like the beginnings of Hermoso, or like whatever, you know, or Volver.
Right.
But it was kind of cool. It was cool to do that. But anyway, talking about the gig real quick. I thought it was gonna be trash because I was like, fuck, like a little bit of people, and I was like, for 3 hours, like we're fucked, like this is gonna suck. But nah, dude, like the vibe was there, dude. Like we started playing and people were alegre, man. And even though there was only like 3 couples there and like kids and then like tios and tias, but that's all it was. But we played those 3 hours and they flew by. They really, like for me, they flew by. Because I was like, dude, we're just jamming. And then the other thing was they were asking for good shit.
Well,
they kept us guessing.
One girl was,
One girl. Well, yeah, it's because they were from Jalisco and Aguascalientes. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
So they were asking, it's a good gig when they're asking for sones.
Yeah.
So they were asking for sones jaliscienses. So they were asking.
Rare nowadays.
Yeah, like nobody asked for that shit. I think the second song we played was Culebra. And Culebra is like our exit song, like no, muchas gracias, somos Mariachi. Like that's our exit.
Yeah.
So like for us to like someone ask for that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like that's just something people don't ask for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you really want to hear it? Okay. We actually played the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's because the girl too, like le gusta el Vargas. Because that's what she said at one point.
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were asking like specific songs de Vargas.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like they know their shit. You know what I mean? So for us, it's cool because I mean, it keeps us guessing. You know, like
I mean, they're fun stuff too.
You're playing more than just like your standard shit.
Yeah.
You know, so just like we ended up playing fucking La Luz de los Cucuyos. Which I will just tell you right now, I do not fucking know at all because I think I was
telling, bro.
Right? I was telling you guys. It's because we've said it on here. We'll play every song. We'll try to play every song.
Yeah.
Like the emphasis on try. We'll literally try. So you guys y'all called it, and I was like, yo, like I'm gonna be straight up with you, bro. Like I don't know that shit like at all. Like I think I told you guys like that shit comes up on my Spotify and I skip it because like I'm just like I'm not gonna jam to this, you know. So I haven't even like listened to it. Right? So then Arturo's like, no, si sale. And I'm like, see? And I'm like, dude, like I just don't know it. You guys told me that there was 3 chords. So I was like, okay. I was like, ¿Cómo va el manico?
Yeah, that was my mistake.
Apparently there's a lot more.
Yeah.
So I played 3 chords, bro, the whole song.
Yeah. So it was kind of awkward. But I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just like
it wasn't right.
Like my ear was hearing something else.
Yeah.
You know, like it worked. But at the same time, like, it was something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I was like, fuck, should I tell him? I'm like, nah,
yeah, if Jose Alfredo was there, he was like, no.
Yeah, he's like yelling shit.
But, I mean, we played it.
Yeah.
Emphasis on played it, man. I don't know, man. But I tried my best. I really tried my best, bro. But it was just cool that we were able to play that kind of shit. You know, like it's fun. It's cool with that. I'm down with that. And we played so like I said, those 3 hours flew by. They really did. And at this point, the whole time they were asking us, "Hey, you guys want to eat? Like, take a break or whatever?"
Oh yeah.
And we were literally like, "No, like, we're having fun. So like, if it's going like that, I'd rather just play the 3 hours straight and let's get the fuck out of here, right?" But
we ended up eating.
We finished right, and they were all like, "¿Quieren tocar otra? Like another hour?" And I was like,
Oh yeah, that guy, dude. Well, the guy that hired us. Because I remember, like one of the people that were there, they were like, "Hey, like you guys should just stay here, you know, like just play another hour." And then he was like, "Oh, you want another hour?" He's like, "Sí, sale." And we're like, "What?"
Yeah, like they were just like everybody was like, "No, toquen otra," and I'm like, "Okay." So, but that's why our boss was like, "Well, let us eat first." Yeah. And I was in the mood to be like, well, I think I said it. I was like, "Pues ya de una vez, no? Like, let's just keep going, and then that way, when the 4th hour is done, we just get out of here, and that way we're not like wasting like 20-25 minutes like of eating." And then starting, you know what I mean? So I was thinking like logistically, I was like, look, we already played the 3 hours. Let's just keep the time going and let's keep going. You know, play the 4 hours. But he's like, nah, let's keep. Hey, I was like, we're hungry, and I was like, oh, you're right. I was like, vamos a desmayar, dude, playing
right, just pass out,
just fucking pass out. So I was like, so we ate. We ended up eating. We were watching John Wick. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that movie yet.
Yeah, spoilers. I was like, this is kind of cool.
And it was like, we're just hanging out. That scene with the pencil, right? So we're just watching.
Yeah, we're just like, oh shit. Yeah. And then they come back. They're like, yeah, acabaron, and we're like, yeah, I guess. So then we went back. Right, they were like, can you please come back? So because we were just vibing. Yeah. And then we went back. We played the other hour. Yeah. And then I thought we were done. We're like, okay, yeah, la última. You know, what do y'all want de despedida? And then I could see my boss talking with another guy in the corner, like across the room, and just be like, and the other guy was like toquen otra.
Oh, for real? Cause I heard the same guy just be like, "Oh, you want another hour?" He's like, "Yeah, it's just like $1,200." I'm like, "No mas?" Like that's it, bro.
I was like, "Y'all hiring?" Cause remember too, like he had all the money in his pocket.
Yeah, he was gonna take out like his phone or something.
Yeah,
right?
and
then like minimum like 20, 30 $20 bills.
Yeah, they just all flew out, and I was like, you know them bautizo, like, yeah, and then we all like ran. Yeah, and I was like, nah, but he had money, bro. Yeah. And I was like, still is narco.
He was stacked, bro.
Yeah, I was like,
puro cash.
I was like, we're about to get like paid, and when he shows us our gun, his gun is gonna be like,
dude. When I got paid, it was the fattest stack of 20s.
Yeah, you got paid. You got paid in 20s. Yeah, no, I got
all 20s, dude.
I got hundreds. You got 20s. Oh, so you had a fat stack?
Yeah,
nice.
It was the fattest stack I ever had.
Ooh. Sus.
In money.
In money, okay. So, but yeah, I mean, we ended up playing another hour, dude. 5 hours at that place. Yeah. Keep in mind, at this point, we played 5 hours, right? The gig was supposed to be from 7 to 10. It's 12:26 at this point. I remember because I looked down at my watch, and I was like, it's 12:26. We're 3 hours away from home, and I was like, yo, we still gotta drive home. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So like it was a good time, and but like I said, the people were cool. Like that's why I didn't mind it at all. Like the 5 hours went by quick, and the whole time like they were drinking, but like not like bad drinking. Like they were just like
they were real calmado.
They were calmado for people that were like full on drinking. Yeah. So I was like, man, this is fun, this is cool, and man, they were getting a little frisky.
Who? Me? Right?
No,
like me.
It wasn't me. No, el güerote, the one that hired us.
Oh yeah.
Because I noticed that like the guy that hired us, was she his wife? Because his wife was there, right?
Yeah.
Was she one of the ones that was the cumpleañera?
I don't think so. I think church was there for the vibes.
Oh, okay. Well then, they were playing either way. They were watching us play, but like she kept drinking beer like Michelob, but she was putting it in a wine glass, so it looked like champagne. Yeah, you didn't notice
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, she got me, dude, and I'm like, damn, that's fancy champagne.
No, dude, it was literally Michelob. Like, she would open a can and pour it in there, and she was drinking Michelob the whole time. But it was funny because like the more they drank, the more her and her husband were getting.
Oh yeah, they're
getting handsy, man. I'm just sitting there like, I'm playing there, and I'm like, yo,
dude, I'm not gonna lie, like they made a cute couple, Because the guy was like nice and like tall and like that, like built.
Yeah,
you could tell,
he looked like a lumberjack type.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because he had a beard and everything.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I mean, she looked nice, right? Those people like she looked alright.
She looked good. No, yeah, she was wearing like leopard print. Like they looked all arreglados, like for their party.
They made a nice couple, you know. Like and what?
What?
No, tú,
huh? No, I was just gonna say like like they looked like really into each other.
Oh yeah,
and you could tell
like,
they were
you
very
can
into
tell
each other.
like because they were dancing a lot.
Oh, they were dancing.
Like their bodies were like very like se contestaban bien.
They were very fluid.
Yeah, like
there was a lot of hip
like
fluid.
I've told you, like I can tell they fuck. Like
badass.
Like yeah, chingon.
Because that shit looked like if we weren't there, it would have been on.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
dude,
straight up. They were like they would say like beso, like we would say beso,
and
like,
they'd be like, all right, you know.
Like,
lengua todo. I'm like, damn.
I was just like, oh no way, like there's children here. Dylan's 16.
Right.
Dylan's 17.
We have Dylan and my kid over here.
Yeah, like
it's this Saul.
I was like, we can't do that in front of the children, bro. But I mean, like I said, it was a fun gig. Like for 5 hours to be in a house just inside, like for just some people, like a small amount of people, like it was chill as fuck. Yeah. What just sucked is how late it ended up being. It ended up being fucking. Dude, I didn't get home till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I didn't go to sleep till 5.
When I was on Main Street.
Going home? Like you were going home?
Yeah, like I had my music on blast because I'm trying to stay awake, right? But then like the song ended and it had like a little pause. Yeah. And there were birds chirping, way.
And you were like, yo.
Like, what's going on right now, you know?
The birds are like, why are you home so late?
Yeah, dude. Because that tells you, like, it's la madrugada now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
their day is starting.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm still out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like.
All ratchet as fuck. Like, I'm still out.
Yeah.
All ratchet, bro.
But I wasn't even doing anything bad. I was just working.
I was just working to provide for this family.
For
your cat. Like, you just get there. He's like, where you been at? I was like, I've been providing for this fucking family. Dude. Your cat's like, man. Yeah, but
I'm grateful.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a good time. Like I said, I ended up being co-pilot on the way back too. So like, I was just trying to keep the driver awake. Everybody else knocked the fuck out. I looked back there. Everybody looked dead, bro. Everyone was like,
well, yeah, that I was.
I mean, it was late. Granted, like we ended up getting to our cars like at 3:30 in the morning. So I mean, it was a long ass day, you know. So it was a fun time. It was chill, great time. Yeah. Cool playing with Dylan. Shout out to him and cool playing with Mariachi and sí, señor. Let's get into Charro Chat, bro. Oh. Charro Chat, Charro Chat. Yeah, Charro Chat. We got to make a intro for that, man. It's gonna be like. No, I read them last time, so you gotta go.
Let me do them all.
I did last time. Okay. Fuck it.
I'm gonna go from.
Give it to me.
Whoa.
The question.
Okay, this is from Raymond Facts.
Raymond Facts.
He's like,
oh, by the way, shout out to him. This is where I got this guitarron from.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for the guitarron, man. I'm gonna be using it.
I'm like, thanks for the leña.
Shout out to him. What's up?
He asks, how do I get more noticed in mariachi community?
In the mariachi community?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what you want. Like, do you mean like for work or for like Instagram? Or what do you mean? Like, because obviously there's a mariachi community.
I think he's looking for like work.
So like for work,
that's the most. Makes more sense.
I think it's just like with anything, like with any job market, you know, like if you were in marketing or communications or whatever, it's all about networking. So whoever you do know in the mariachi world, if they have a group or if like in general, someone calls you out for a gig or something, give them your number, like at the end, even if you're just helping them out, just be like, hey, look, my name is Sammy. You know, I play vihuela, I play guitarrón, but just like really put yourself out there, because then a lot of the times, like, my boss will ask me, like, hey, like, do you know anybody that plays violin? Do you know anybody that plays guitar that can help me out this day? So, like, really, it's about who you know. So, if they know you exist, they're going to be like, oh, well, then call up this dude. So, like, give your numbers out or, like, just try to make connections.
Send all the friend requests, bro.
Yeah. Or, like, yeah, if you see someone consistently, like, has a group or anything, just add them on Facebook and, look, just literally, like, put yourself out there. You kind of have to hoe it. Like, hoe yourself out there and be like, look, I play this. This is how much I know. I could help you out in this capacity from this day to this. Just let them know. Most of the time, people are looking for people. Because, like I said, people will end up missing in our group or another group. So they're always looking. So just put yourself out there. Even like on Facebook, just put your look. I play guitarrón, I play vihuela, I play violin. And
yeah, that's how Dylan did it.
yeah, because the more people know who you are and that you exist, and obviously it also comes from word of mouth. So like if you go play with somebody and you play well and you make an impression, people will be like, oh well, this guy came and he played good violin, he played good vihuela. So really just put yourself out there. It's not like it's embarrassing. Just put yourself out there, tell people that you exist, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question. This is from Louis Prob _21.
Okay.
He says, most lame gig y'all have had.
Most lame gig?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of one like specifically. Like I said, it always happens. It's just it's more like the type of gig that's lame for me. Like I said, we get there, the people don't give a fuck. We're background music. We're just standing there, or like have you ever hired for those where like it's like an hour, and like they only want you for sections of the hour. So they're like, oh well, it's from 7 to 8, but like you'll only be playing like one song here, and then you'll have downtime, and then you'll have like one song at 7:30, and then like 2 songs at the end. Like it can be cool, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, I drove all the way out here and I'm not even playing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is fucking lame. Like,
okay.
So I mean, that's the only thing for me. What about you?
For me, it's just parties where the audience doesn't interact with us.
Doesn't respond.
Yeah, interact.
Yeah, like or like we try.
Like we play something and they don't clap, or they don't ask for songs,
yeah.
or they just don't laugh. They're just kind of like looking at us all weird.
I mean, I think I can deal with the no clapping, but for me, it's the not asking of music, because like that's like what we do. That's our thing. Like we
play whatever you ask.
We'll play whatever you ask. If you say you want this, and this, like the thing I like to say is like, if you didn't like the way we played, it's because you weren't asking for. Yeah. Like you weren't asking, because we're literally playing what you wanted to hear. Yeah. So like if you didn't like it, I'm like, well then think of better songs, because I mean I don't know what else you want.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So that's the only thing about lame gigs. Like I mean, you're gonna have a lot of them. That's the one thing you gotta understand. Like with any job, sometimes you have bad days and this and that. So that's why we created this podcast. We can talk about all this fucking dumbass gigs sometimes, but also the really good ones. So.
Yeah. Next question. The Litro Nitro asks, what non-traditional instruments do you like hearing in mariachi recordings?
What non-traditional?
Yeah. So like traditional would be violin,
trumpet,
harp, guitarrón,
golpe,
vihuela, guitar.
Okay. In mariachi recordings? Yeah. Well, the only one I can think of is accordion.
Oh, accordion is pretty cool.
Because I like accordion because, like I said, my family comes from a norteño background. Yeah. So, like, I've been hearing accordion since I was a kid. You know what I mean? That's what I originally wanted to play when I was a kid. Like, I wanted to play accordion. But then I grew up. Right? No, but I ended up playing guitar. No, but either way, like, I like accordion because accordion is like its own instrument, dude. Like, it really gives its own vibe. Dude, we've really been saying vibes in this episode. But it really does give you a different type of vibe. Like, you like, was it Camperos? I think they recorded recently with an accordion for Tragos Amargos.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so they recorded with an accordion. Like, you could play that arrangement with just violins and trumpets, but the accordion, it just hits different. You know what I mean? So for me, an accordion is cool. Not so much. I think we've had accordion players come play with us. Yeah. Which I think. Okay, so here's a good distinction. I like it in recordings, but not so much working with one.
Yes.
Because it depends on the accordion player. Right. Like if the accordion player actually, like an accordion player in a norteño band, he never shuts the fuck up. Like he's just constantly playing this and that, this and this and that, or like playing in their fills and stuff. But there's a lot of fills that they do. Okay. But when you put that in a mariachi, it's like, okay, bro, like chill. Like, like obviously in this part he's singing or whatever, or the trumpets are coming in and the violins are coming in. So like, because I've played with a trumpet player with an accordion player that just doesn't shut up. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna tell him to shut up, but I'm like, also like, dude, like, come on, dude, like, like let us breathe, like.
Well, you breathe,
Right, I'm like,
take a break.
Oh yeah, the guy. I'm like, dude, you can stop now. Just chill. Yeah. Take a drink of water. He's like, I can't stop, bro. That's the only thing. What about you?
For me, I think what's pretty cool is there's like 1 or 2 albums con el Vargas. Whereas I'm pretty sure I'm not. You can fact check me and let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's Rigoberto Alfaro playing electric guitar.
Oh yeah, like the La Nueva Dimensión.
Right. And
Right.
then there's the other one where it's like Canciones Internacionales.
Okay.
They play like La Chica de Panema, and they play like I forgot what else.
And they play electric guitar there too.
Yeah, I think it's Roberto
Mm.
playing. Like I said, you can fact check me. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're playing
Yeah.
like jaropos, but they're also doing like playing electric guitar. Like someone's giving the melody.
Yeah, I don't know about Joropos, but they're songs from South America, and like there's even another album that again I'm not sure, because the album that I have, it says Mariachi Vargas and then like
Yeah.
songs from USA.
Oh,
So they
okay.
even do like some Beatles songs or like
Oh,
some
okay.
stuff like that.
Oh,
But
really?
they're not sang. They're like they like I think it's guitar
They're
like
instrumentals.
playing. Yeah,
Oh, okay. But with the electric guitar being
Yeah.
featured, then
yeah.
pretty
Not
much.
not all the songs, but
But some of
them. Yeah. And then there's some where I'm pretty sure it's Roberto where he plays electric guitar in some Jose Alfredo recordings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You show me that because I didn't know that they were in Jose Alfredo recordings.
Yeah, or he plays guitar like in general, like como requinta.
Yeah, he's really good at that, man.
Yeah.
Like he has a whole. Oh, did you ever had that album, the Roberto?
Yeah, I have both.
Yeah,
three.
I had one of.
There are 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I had 2 or 3 of them, and it was just like Rigoberto's like
Yeah.
self-titled album. But they're badass. It's just it reminds me of like Johnny Cash because
Yeah.
Johnny Cash when he would play, he would just play guitar and sing. Obviously, like he had a band too,
Mhm.
but like that album that Rigoberto has, it's just like him jamming on guitar and
Yeah.
singing. And he's got like a low pronounced voice, so it kind of reminds me of now that I think about it, holy shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like listening to Johnny Cash.
With extra chest hair.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean that's cool. Electric guitar, yeah. I've seen one mariachi that like actually it was Campanas, I think, in San Antonio. I was a kid and it like blew my mind because I think Campanas has a rep for like playing different shit. Like they just play different stuff. And I remember seeing that as a kid. Yeah, there was a guy in a traje and he came up and he started playing electric guitar and I was like I said, I was all about a Guitar Hero at the time, so I was like, right, like it just blew my head. Yeah, so that's cool, man. I mean, obviously, like you can record whatever the fuck you want. You know, when I made the intro for this, like I took out my electric guitar and I played it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously it's not mariachi, but like when I made the beat for it, like I was like, oh, I'll add electric guitar here. I think it sound cool. So I mean, music is music, man. Music is music. Anyway, next.
Omar Fusions.
Omar Fusions.
He says opinions, comments about players who tried and hit on girls at every party, function, performance gig.
For guys that try to hit on girls at every gig.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just
I mean, that's cool with me, dude. Like,
I mean,
as long as you don't make the girl feel uncomfortable or like.
Yeah,
or
actually,
like
yeah,
make
that's
like,
true.
Make like the, or like you know, if you stop playing, like if you stop doing your job to go for a girl, you know, that would bother me a little bit. But if it's like before the gig or after the gig, or you sing to her or whatever, that's cool, you know.
Obviously, like we don't want. Okay, let's put it like this, because the question is asking like guys that are constantly doing this. I'm hoping that the guys that are constantly hitting on girls, like deliberately hitting on girls, are doing it with like consensual. Like they're not doing it like
you should know,
to harass a girl.
You should know when she doesn't want it. You know?
Exactly. Like it's with anything. I mean,
and
like
it's surprising how many people don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I'm not single, you know, but if I wasn't, if I was single, you know, and I had to meet people the traditional way, I'd be going to like a bar or something, right? Meeting a girl that way. But very obviously, like I think as a male, you should know when a girl doesn't want to talk, she's not interested. You know what I mean? At that point, you should know as a man to stop, right? So, like, if this person, I don't know who y'all working with or whatever, but if they're constantly hitting on girls, I hope it's consensual, and I hope that, obviously, they're not bothering these women.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously, like, if it's not bothering anybody else, like, obviously, I'm not going to tell them anything unless I see a problem with it, right? But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if they're constantly hitting on girls, I hope they're at least, like, catching some. You know what I mean? Like if you're throwing your net out there, because if you're just failing every time, like, bro, like, obviously this isn't working. The traje isn't working for you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because some people will look really good in a traje. Because, I mean, back then when I was cute and I would wear my traje, I was like, damn, I look kind of cute. And then I would go outside, like, in normal clothes, and, like, they would tell me, like, straight up, like,
must be
bro,
nice.
ni te conozco. Like, you look different.
Must be nice. I look like a fridge.
Like a fridge?
Yeah, dude. Like, my body's just fucking...
Like a square. It's because back then you didn't have any body fat, bro.
Right now? What you mean?
Oh.
Fucking hate it.
Hey, I like fridges. They keep food in there.
Next question.
Next question. But yeah,
This is from
be
Ismael
respectful.
Sanchez. How to deal with a caiman?
Well, we kind of talked about this, no?
But he's asking how to deal with him.
How to deal with him? Well, it depends. Okay, so as a caiman, like, does he mean like they're constantly taking money from him? Like this has
Pretty
been
sure
going
so.
on.
Let's think worst case scenario.
Okay, worst case would be like if you know he's doing it,
Yeah.
and you just don't say shit about it.
Right.
Okay, so in this situation, you played with them for a while, and they're just constantly taking money from you. At this point, it's almost your fault, because like you're getting abused. Like you work. Okay, obviously, I think we've said it on here. Like our boss probably takes a cut. I don't ask because I really don't need to know the answer. You know what I mean? Like our boss probably takes a cut from us because obviously he's the boss. He has the van. He has the 2 phones that he pays for. You know what I mean? He's the one that promotes the group. He pays for all these other stuff, which I would understand if he took a cut because he's the boss. He organizes all of us.
Yeah. And he doesn't pay us bad. You know?
Yeah, and it's not like
it's
so.
good.
Yeah, he pays us well. You know, I'm happy with my pay, right? But like if this is a caiman that is like literally stealing from you every weekend, like where he's making like fucking for every hour that you work, you know, you're making like $40 or $30 or something like that. I don't know. Let's say you're making $40 and he's making like 100 or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If he's like constantly taking that much money from you, most of the time you can calculate it. Yeah. It's like if you're saying that you're charging this much and you split up the people and you're like, bro, like that's a shitload of money for me not to get, you know. But I feel like it's your responsibility to let them know, like, bro, like, okay, if you're going to pay me, like, this is going to be the price because I can see that me estás robando, you know, you're taking money from me. Obviously, like, it depends on the situation or whatever, right? But, like, how to deal with him, obviously, it's to call him out. Like, because I feel like there's work everywhere. If you're being abused in a group and they're not paying you properly, like, look somewhere else, dude, because it looks like it's not going to stop if it's been constantly happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what I would do is just, you know, no, I would just quit, to be honest.
You just
like,
quit?
I would just be like, you know what? Like, you're obviously stealing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why am I getting paid $30 an hour when you're getting this much more?
Yeah, this much
you know?
more.
And obviously, I would, like, warn people, you know? Like,
oh, yeah,
like, I would be
sure.
on Facebook or something, like, you know what? This guy makes this much money and you're going to get paid this much, you know? It's not worth it.
You're getting cheated.
If he calls you, you know?
Right.
Like, post his number, whatever, you know? Like, watch out for this guy.
Yeah, because I mean, there are like at the end of the day in Mariachi there are shady people, and you just gotta do your best to watch out for them, and obviously either call them out or get out of that group, get out of the situation. Obviously, don't stay. It's like a toxic relationship. You're not gonna stay there, bro. Like get the fuck out. You know?
Toxic is the best, bro.
Unless you're into that shit. It's like burning your house down. You're like, damn, I think I love her.
Yeah, dude. If she's not like scratching my car,
I don't want it.
I fucking want it, bro.
Are there any more?
There's a shit more. Okay.
Let's go through them quick. Come on.
Ivan Torres asks, I'm gonna start learning harp. Any tips?
Oh, that's all you, boy. I don't know how to play harp.
Oh.
Stewie.
Just listen to recordings and what I do or what I used to do. No, I still do it. Like, you can look videos of people playing. Just look up like Mariachi harp, like on YouTube. Yeah. And then the cool thing about YouTube is that you can slow down shit, and it'll still keep the pitch. You know?
Oh, right. So it's just literally slower.
Yeah. So you could do that. You know, it's just there's a lot of you could look up like Mariachi harp or Jarocho harp or whatever, and like Julio Martinez, who's a very good harp player. Ivan Velasco. I was gonna say Willie Colon, but that's a sub player. Willie Acuña from Southern Mexico. You know, there's a lot of close-ups of them playing.
I feel like you just use your resources like YouTube.
Yeah. You could do that. There's tons of recordings of. If you wanna get it, it also depends on what type of playing you're trying to go for. If you're trying to play like rancheras, you know, Jose Alfredo, Lola Beltran, Antonio Banderas, Antonio Aguilar. He has a lot of like harp
recordings.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Okay, that's cool.
And you can learn from all of that. If you're looking for some like sonas and all that, there's groups like Tlenhuicani, Conjunto de Medellín. You know,
use your resources.
Yeah, just look up harp and it'll come up.
Yeah. Good luck.
Nehemiah's crown.
You really are blind.
He says, "Do you need an accordion player?" This guy's a really good accordion player.
Oh, really?
I met him in the valley.
I just realized that I just talked shit about accordion.
It's too late.
My bad, bro.
No,
It's not like I said. The one that I worked with, he just never shut up.
Yeah.
So that not to
this
say
guy,
every
I'll show a
accordion
video.
players.
I'll show a video of this guy. He's
Yeah.
very like he's the one that got me into not directly, but I started listening to more accordion because of him, and
really?
so that's what got me into Tejano music.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it sounds really cool.
I can't believe you like Tejano, bro.
I love that shit.
I'll throw Robert, dude. Shout
But
out,
nah,
Robert.
we kind of full right now, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
I don't know how to say this. It's Merksum. She
Okay.
says, "Will you guys be inviting people from the audience into the Charro chats?"
Yes. Remember what I said?
And she also asks, "Will you guys be making merch?"
Okay, that'll be the last question for today. So, that's a good.
We have
Like,
one more. Just one more. Pasa nada.
okay, we'll ask that one first. The other one.
Something that has ticked you off at a gig, really bad.
Ticked me off.
Yeah. Something that made you upset.
I don't know.
It makes me upset when someone gets really close to you and hits my instrument.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you know what? That's a good one.
Sammy
Like,
does it
respect-
sometimes, but
I'm
Just
not
to
playing
tell her.
around with you. But there are people that are like straight up like
yeah.
I'm like, yo, like chill, bro. Like,
You have no idea how much I want to throw hands, bro.
and then or like if you leave your instrument there, you go to the bathroom, you come back, and someone's like playing it, like
Yeah.
some random like client or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like you don't see me taking your shit,
Like that shit's worth more than you, bro.
yes, like this shit is expensive. Like, don't fucking play with it. Like that is a little
Oh, by the way, the username is Mayo05.
Mayo 05.
Yeah.
Appreciate your question. Okay, so end with the other ones. Those are good to end on.
Right.
So what was the first one?
So, will you guys be inviting people from the audience to
Okay.
your Charro chats?
Okay, so we'll be inviting people, yes, but guess what? You guys have to get our follower count up. I said at 500 followers, we're gonna bring Arturo, our boss, to come and so you guys can meet him.
We need like 45 more for that.
Yeah, we need like 45 more followers on Instagram or Facebook. Like I said, Facebook is killing it, bro. Like they like that
told
shit
you.
real quick. So y'all are slacking. If y'all get to 500, then we'll do that. And then for once we get to 1,000 followers, hopefully this year, I don't know, but hopefully once we get to 1,000, we're gonna have you guys come out. So like when I do those special guests on the show, we're gonna have people from the follower count come in and talk with us. We'll talk with you. You tell your story, kind of what you do, and we'll just kind of react to your story, right? And then what was the other one?
Will you guys be making merch?
I am trying so hard to make some fucking merch.
Huh?
Like, it's just hard, like, to find someone to make it. Like I said, like, if I put something out, I want it to be good. So I want it, if they're hoodies or they're shirts or long sleeve shirts or whatever they are, I want them to be good. So, like, I've been looking at a bunch of different resources. If you guys have resources, you know your cousin that does good merch or your tío, your tía, your friend that has experience with that, have them contact us because, like I said, I'm looking for somebody but I want it to be good product because I don't want to send some like cheap shit out. You know,
It's like all itchy.
yeah, I want something nice for you guys. So yeah, we want to have merch so you guys can rep us, CharroBeans, and hopefully that happens soon. So send them our way. Like I said, we're looking.
Yeah.
So that's the episode, guys, because we're like
Yeah.
way over time.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow and subscribe and like all the pictures and videos.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're really good.
All right, bye.
No, I appreciate you guys coming out. Yeah, the CharroBeans episode 22. Come back next week when we're gonna be doing the same shit.
Yeah, but it's 23. It's our 23rd
yeah,
time.
Yeah, it's the 23rd time doing it. So that's
Yeah.
good. Just come back, please.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Peace out.
Yeah. Bye, guys. I'm nice. Can I get a raise now? From doing the intro and the outro? You owe me like $2.
Give you money, bro.
I'm like, you're already giving me hands.
Still.